You won't believe what's happening in China's countryside right now. China's unmanned farms are replacing generations of backbreaking labor with robotic arms and self-driving machines. This isn't a sci-fi movie, it's real, and it's spreading fast. Before we dive into these mind-blowing fields, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss another breakthrough in cutting-edge technology. Imagine a rice field with zero boot prints in the mud. That is exactly what just happened on the outskirts of Shanghai. China's unmanned farms proved they can handle the entire harvest from start to finish. Driverless vehicles shuttled between the warehouse and the wet fields. They used BeiDou Navigation satellite system to dodge obstacles automatically. No yelling, no rushing, just silent, efficient machines. These vehicles carried out plowing, sowing, field management, and harvesting without a single farmer lifting a tool. It was a pilot project. But it worked better than anyone expected. The rice came in clean and on time. This test run showed that smart farming is not a distant dream. It is already eating away at the old ways, and it is just getting started. One click. That's all it takes. From a small room miles away, a farmer presses a button. Suddenly, driverless rotary tillers wake up inside a dark hangar. They roll out one by one. No stress drivers. They follow preset routes like obedient metal dogs. They move in a perfect line. No arguments, no confusion. Each machine follows a preset route stored in its brain. The field waits outside. It is empty, it is quiet, but not for long. The machines turn onto the dirt. They spread out, they begin to work. The rotary tillers chop the soil first. They break hard clumps into soft crumbs. The deep tillers follow. They dig deeper than any human ever could with a shovel. They open up the earth. Air gets in, water gets stored, roots grow faster. Then, the row seeders arrive. They drop seeds exactly where they belong. Not too close, not too far apart, just right. Every seed gets the same space, the same depth, the same chance to grow. After finishing, every machine turns around. They drive back to the hangar. They park themselves. They stop exactly where they started. You do not need to guide them. You do not need to touch a steering wheel. The whole operation runs on integrated air-space-ground technology. That means satellites in the sky tell the tractors where to go. Sensors on the ground tell them when to stop. Computers inside tell them how deep to dig. This is not a test farm in a rich country. This is real. It sits in Jiaoqiao Town, Zuping City, Binzhou. The Chinese Academy of Sciences helped build it. Together, they automated the full cycle of growing wheat and corn. Plowing, planting, managing, harvesting, all of it runs on autopilot. Think about what this means for a farmer. No more waking up at 4 a.m. to start the tractor. No more eating dust all day. No more sore backs and blistered hands. You click a mouse, you watch the screen, you drink your tea, the work gets done anyway. Some people worry this kills the soul of farming. But watch the machines work. They are not angry, they are not lazy, they just do their job quietly, perfectly, every time. That is the promise of China's unmanned farms. They do not replace the land, they replace the exhaustion. And that might be the kindest upgrade of all. Who needs 100 tired farmhands? You need 108 robotic arms. That is the math behind China's new cotton topping robot. Topping cotton means cutting off the top buds. It is boring, it is slow, and humans hate it. But this machine, it trims buds 120 times faster than a person. Let that sink in. While a worker finishes one plant, this beast finishes 120. The robot is fully homegrown. It smashed the final wall, blocking full mechanization of cotton farming. Farmers watched it race through Xinjiang fields in a live demo. Their jaws dropped. For years, cotton topping kept machines from taking over completely. Not anymore. This one, 08 Arm Wonder, turns a weeks-long job into an afternoon coffee break. That is the power of smart harvesting done right. A tea-picking robot now works the hills of Hangzhou. It wears a hat made of solar panels. That hat keeps it running all day and all night. No charging breaks, no tired fingers. Normally, tea harvesting is a delicate, hand-only job. But this AI robot, built by Zhejiang University of Science and Technology, handles the task with surprising care. It joins the workforce during peak season when every leaf matters. The robot does not rush. It does not crush the tender buds. And it never asks for overtime pay. Autonomous farming just got a little greener and a lot more tireless. One robot, one solar hat, endless cups of future tea. In Guangzhou, a driverless electric tractor glides through a rice paddy. It follows BeiDou signals. It is part of Fuxi Farm, a smart agriculture pilot project by the Chinese Academy of Sciences. But the real magic lives in other robots. Some act like soil CT scanners. In the past, farmers dug up dirt samples by hand. They bagged them, they sent them to a lab, they waited for weeks. Now, a robot drives around and scans the ground in real time. It builds a detailed soil nutrient map of every inch. Experts say this map cuts fertilizer costs by about 15%. You add nutrients only where needed. You stop wasting money on empty spots. Data-driven farming just made every bag of fertilizer work harder. Let us walk through a cotton field in Sheya County, Xinjiang. But you will not hear the usual sounds. No workers shouting, no tired groans, no donkeys braying. Instead, you hear the soft hum of unmanned planters gliding through the dirt. These planters follow signals from space. Satellite navigation guides every move. The old way took days of hard labor. Farmers had to plow, then seed, then lay, drip irrigation. Each step meant another back-breaking round. Now, one machine does all three at once. It plows, it plants seeds, it lays drip tape in a single pass. That is not an upgrade. That is a leap. Think about the numbers for a second. A task that used to eat up an entire week now finishes before lunch. Farmers watch from the shade. They check screens instead of sweating into the soil. Their incomes go up because costs go down. You need fewer workers. You buy less fuel. You waste fewer seeds because the machine places each one with pinpoint accuracy. And the yields? They actually rise. The cotton grows straighter. The water goes exactly where it belongs. Nothing gets overwatered. Nothing gets dried out. But here is the bigger picture. Xinjiang grows a massive chunk of China's cotton. For decades, that meant rounding up hundreds of seasonal workers. They lived in crowded tents. They ate simple meals. They worked from sunrise to sunset. It was hard. It was honest. But it was also incredibly inefficient. People get sick. People get slow in the afternoon heat. People argue over pay and breaks. Machines do none of that. They just run. Now, walk into any modern cotton field in Sheya County. You will see driverless tractors dragging planters in straight, perfect lines. The lines are so straight they look drawn with a ruler. That is the magic of BeiDou Navigation. The system corrects the steering every millisecond, Even on bumpy ground, the rows stay true. Farmers used to guess where to put each seed. Now, the computer knows. It knows the soil type, it knows the moisture level. It knows the exact GPS coordinate for every single seed hole. This shift from labor-intensive farming to digitized agriculture happened fast, really fast. 5 years ago, most locals laughed at the idea of robot cotton pickers. Today, they argue over which brand of autonomous planter works best. The change did not come from a single invention. It came from stacking many small technologies together: satellite guidance, soil sensors, automated steering, drip irrigation synced to weather forecasts. All of it works as one system, and the results are undeniable. One farmer in Shaya told reporters that his fuel bill dropped by 30%. His seed costs fell by nearly 20% because the planter never double-seeded a spot. His water usage went down by a quarter. Meanwhile, his cotton yield per acre went up. That means more money in his pocket, less waste on his land, and fewer headaches managing a big crew of seasonal workers. Critics will say this kills rural jobs. And yes, it does reduce the need for manual labor. But look closer. The same farmers now learn new skills. They fix sensors. They read data dashboards. They become precision farming technicians instead of just human mules. The work changes. It does not disappear. A teenager in Xinjiang today might never pick a single cotton boll by hand. But that same teenager might grow up to program the robots that do the picking. The environmental impact matters too. Old-school cotton farming wasted tons of water. Farmers would flood entire fields because they had no way to measure moisture. Now, smart irrigation systems linked to satellite data release water only where needed. The ground stays healthier. Salts do not build up as fast. The soil lives longer. That means the same land can produce cotton for decades instead of burning out after a few years. So when you see videos of unmanned planters racing across Xinjiang's brown fields, do not just see machines. See a complete rewrite of how food and fiber get made. See a model that other regions are already copying. See the end of guesswork and the beginning of data-driven agriculture. The cotton you wear next year might come from a field that never felt a human footstep during planting season. That is wild. That is also the quiet revolution happening right now under China's wide western sky. Heilongjiang Province's Hongwei farm turned into an unmanned farm last fall. The mission? Harvest 243 hectares of rice. The clock? Just 10 days. An autonomous harvester planned its own path through the paddies. No driver, no lunch breaks. It saved about 60 yuan per acre, that is $9.28. Multiply that by hundreds of acres, you get real money. Automated harvesting just made rice cheaper and faster. Spring sowing in Manus County looks different now. Driverless tractors powered by BeiDou Navigation satellite system roam the fields with scary precision. They lay 3 things at once: drip irrigation tape, plastic film, and cotton seeds, all in a single pass. The efficiency is brutal. Labor costs drop like a stone. Seed usage falls because the tractor never overlaps or skips. Every seed lands exactly where it belongs. Farmers used to argue about row spacing. Now, the computer decides. And it is always right. Autonomous seeding turns a stressful week into a quiet afternoon. Xinjiang cotton growers will never look back. Shanghai just flipped the switch on its first unmanned farm. It sits in Weigang Township. Right now, about 13 hectares of paddy fields run with zero human labor. But that is just the start. After upgrades, the whole farm will operate without a single worker stepping inside. How? They pack the place with 5G, IoT, and AI technologies. These systems talk to each other constantly. A sensor feels dry soil. It tells the irrigator to start. A camera spots a weed. It alerts a robot. Costs drop. Production rises. This is not a small experiment. It is a blueprint. If Shanghai can do this on its crowded outskirts, any city can. Connected farming just got its best real-world test. It is peak lychee season in Maoming, Guangdong. But the harvesters are not human. They are robots. Each robot uses plier-like arms to snip ripe fruit from branches. A full harvest takes just 8 or 9 seconds per tree. That is faster than any worker. Another machine shakes the tree hard. Ripe lychees fall to the ground like red rain. Years ago, farmers replaced 13,000 hectares of tall lychee trees with shorter ones. They did it specifically to help mechanical picking. Now, that bet is paying off. Robotic harvesting just turned a frantic month into a calm countdown. Rubber farmers face a brutal problem. Tapping rubber means working at night, in the dark, for hours. It is exhausting, it is unhealthy, and fewer young people want to do it. The solution? AI-powered rubber tapping robots now undergoing trials in Hainan. The Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Sciences built them with automotive walking technology. These self-navigating robots move between trees without help. They cut the bark just right. They collect the latex. They never get sleepy, never cut too deep, never miss a tree. The goal is to fix chronic labor shortages that have haunted the rubber industry for years. Grueling nocturnal shifts might finally end. Autonomous tapping could save an entire industry from collapsing due to tired, aching backs. The trials look promising. Soon, Hainan's rubber forests might work through the night without a single human flashlight.